Hello everyone, I am Satyam and in this video we will be learning about the return statement in JavaScript. So guys, return is a very important statement in JavaScript. And now suppose you have called a function. So how you will stop the execution of a function if a specific condition met? You can use break, but that's not the correct approach because you will not get anything out of that function in that case. So what you have to do is you have to use the return statement in JavaScript. So return statement just returns the value calculated by the function or run by the function, evaluated by the function, and then send that to the variable by which the function is called. This might sound quite confusing, but when you start using the return statement you will find that it is a very important statement. There are many programming concepts like recursion, in which the return statement performs all the tasks. Recursion is basically a programming technique in which a function calls itself but with a smaller problem than before. Now suppose you have to find out the Fibonacci numbers, or you have to so what you can do is you can use recursion to find out the uh, you have to find out the Fibonacci sequence of the 10 numbers, first 10 numbers. Then you can call a function, or you can make a function that can calculate the sum of the previous two values and then print it that variable, and then call the again same function but with the two different values. So what you can do here is you can call the function again and again. So let's see what is a return statement. So when JavaScript reaches a return statement, the function will stop executing because it's like a call that you have finished your work. Now let's do the other person's their work. So if the function was invoked from a statement, JavaScript will return to execute the code after the invoking statement. So guys, if a statement invokes a function, like now suppose you have created a function and call that function. After you call that function, the function will return something. If you write the return statement in it, this will return something, and then you have to then you have to do your work according to the returned value. So that depends upon the condition and your code. So functions often compute a return value. The return value is returned back to the caller. Like as I already told you that now suppose you called someone, and that person like you say hi to someone, and then that person responds with a hello. So the hello is the return statement, and now you have to proceed further with that hello. If that person doesn't say you hello, then you will not ask for anything else. So similar is the case in functions. So in this example, this is the same code that we have used in the previous video. So in this code I have created a function area square that finds the area of the square. I have taken two variables, length and breadth, and taken its value from the user input with the help of a prompt, and then I have calculated the area and then printed that area to the console. Now this is the basic approach. This is the simple approach that we use to print something to the console. Now this is the much better code in which we have used a return statement. So in this code what we have done is we have created two variables, length and breadth, outside the function, and then we have written function area square, and in the curly and in the parenthesis we have passed two variables, length and breadth. Now guys, this is the thing that I was talking earlier. These are the parameters. Like console.log is a function of the console object in which you are passing parameters. So similar is the case here. We are passing two different parameters, length and breadth, to the area square function. Now your functions is much shorter. Now in the function you have only one line of code, return length into breadth. Now this function, what will happen is when we call this function, what will happen is it will take two parameters in the calling part, and then multiply both these values and return that to the caller. Like who calls that function, it will return these values to them. So now in the next thing, we have done is we have called the function and we have storing the return value in the result variable. So result is another variable in which we have called the function in the result variable. So result variable is calling a function. So when the calling function executes, it will simply take the two parameters, length and breadth, which we have defined above the function definition. You can pass anything in the function, like you don't need to write it as length into breadth. You can write it as L into B, you can write it as X into Y. You can write anything you want. These two must not be may or may not be same, because these are different variables. They are not same because the length and the breadth of the function part is local to the scope of the function and it has nothing to do outside the function. But the above variable length and variable breadth function are global to the scope of the program. So we call the length into breadth. Now the user enters 5 and 5 with the help of the prompt, and then we call the function area square with the help of result variable, and then the result variable return and then the area function returns the multiplication of these two values. Now after multiplying 5 and 5, we get 25. Now 25 is returned to the variable result. Now the variable result contains 25. So after that I have printed that value to the console. So I hope you got my point how return is working in this statement. I have chosen a very simple example, but the return statement can do much more than that. You can check for that online. You can also check about the topic recursion and try to make a Fibonacci program that can calculate the values, that can calculate the Fibonacci values, and then simply use recursion in that program and share your code with everyone. So thank you guys for watching and stay tuned with the Unacademy for more videos. I hope you like this video, and you can also get the full source code at the following link. So thank you guys.